Okay, hello everyone. So we are starting with this new chapter, which is a house drainage system, right? So starting with some introduction, right? So basically, house drainage is definition is exactly as for example, a building is provided with a drainage systems to discharge effectively the sewage of the building into the public sewer. Domestic sewage or sewage from the building includes human excreta as well as discharge from the bathrooms, kitchens, sinks, wash basin, etc. These are the basically very important components of the house. So, as a result of there is a formation of a wastewater, and the wastewater from the bathrooms, sinks, wash basins, right? So is to be properly disposed into the municipal sewers, right? So a system of conveyance of wastewater from all the latrines, bathrooms, sinks and wash basin to disposed into the municipal sewer, and this whole system is known as a house drainage system, right? So the principles and procedures to be followed while constructing and laying sewer lines in the private buildings are generally known as a house drainage, right? So basically, our main aim of house drainage is to maintain healthy conditions in the building, to dispose of wastewater as early as quick as possible, to avoid the entry of foul gases from the sewer or the septic tank, to facilitate a quick removal of the foul matter, and to collect and remove waste matter systematically, right? Now, going forward, what are the principles of house drainage? So, for the proper design and construction of the house drainage, right, some principles should be followed, right? So, first is a house drainage should be preferable laid by side of the building to facilitate easy repair and the better maintenance. House sewer joints should be leak proof because the leakage, if any, shall create an odor problems, and leaked wastewater shall infiltrate into the ground and shall reduce bearing capacity of soil below the foundation, which is not desirable. The sewage or sewage should flow under the force of gravity. The house shower should always be straight. The entire system should be well ventilated from the start to the end. The house shower should be connected to the manhole such that the invert level is sufficiently higher to avoid the backflow of the sewage in the house shower. Whenever there is change in the direction of sewer lines in the premises, provide inspection chambers at the junctions. Rainwater from the roofs or open courtyards should not be allowed flow through the house showers. Whenever there is a change in the direction of sewer lines in the premises, right, there is always we provide chambers at the junctions. Siphonage action can never be permitted, and therefore adequate ventilation system should be installed, right? So other is like joints of the showers should be watertight and should be properly tested before the putting the drainage lines to use, right? A house drainage contains enough traps at suitable points for its efficient functioning. The size of the drains should be sufficient so that they do not overflow at the time of maximum discharge, right? The layout of the house drainage system should be permit easy cleaning and removal of the obstructions. The entire system should be properly ventilated from the starting to the final point, right? All the systems should be designed that the possibilities of formation of airlocks, siphonage under deposits are minimized. Rainwater pipes should be drained out, drain water directly into the street gutters from where it carries to the stormwater drain, and it could not connect a house drainage system, right? All the materials and fittings of the drainage system should be hard, right? So that they should be non-absorbent type, right? Okay, so these all are the principles of house drainage, right? So next is the components of the house drainage system. There is one chart here, right? So components of house drainage is divided into three parts. First is pipe, traps, and the sanitary fittings. So then the traps is divided into the two parts, which first is according to the shape, and according to the shape, traps are classified as a P trap, Q trap, and S trap. And according to use, traps are classified as a flow trap, gully trap, grease trap, and intercepting trap. Right. So talking about pipes, so pipes is also classified as a soil pipe, vent pipe, waste pipe, drain pipe, anti-siphonage pipe, right? While sanitary fittings is also divided or classified as wash basin, sink, bathtub, urinal, flushing, cistern, right? Now talking about trap, right? Okay, now talking about trap. So, traps are basically defined as a fittings at the end of the soil pipes of waste pipes to prevent the fall gases coming out of the soil or waste pipe, right? Traps are an integral part of the modern sanitary system, being designed to retain a small quantity of the wastewater from the discharge of fitting to which they are attached as a barrier to prevent fall air entering the building as shown in this figure, right? So this trap should be self-cleaning. That is to say, they should be designed so that their walls are scoured by discharging the water. Now, what are the okay? So Okay, so basically, a device which is connected at the end of the soil pipe or waste pipe to stop the entry of fall gases inside the building is known as a trap, and it is a bent pipe in the shape of U, which always remains full of water, right? So, so the vertical distance between the crown and the dip of the trap is known as a water sill, right? Okay, so a water seal is required to prevent the entry of foul gases in the building from the drain, and this water seal varies from 75 to 100 mm. Right now, what are the good qualities of good trap? Right, so it should be provide enough water seal, which is we say a 50 mm, right, with a large surface area, and the interior surface should be smooth so that the flow is not obstructed, with enables self cleansing, right? An access door should be provided for cleaning the trap. It should be made of non absorbent material, right? And it also should possesses adequate water seal at all the time, and the Okay, and it should be free from any inside projection, angles or contractions, right? So that the flow is not obstructed, right? Uh, okay, and it should be simple in construction, cheap, and readily available. So these all are the qualities of good trap, or either you can say that requirements of a good trap, right? Now, what are the causes of breaking of water seal, right? So it is the water seal may be break due to faulty joints, cracks in the bottom of the seal, creation of partial vacuum in the sewer fittings, increase in the pressure of sewage gases, right? Non-use for a prolonged period, right? So the breaking of water seal can be prevented by connecting the portion between the soil pipe and the trap by the vent pipe, and use of anti-siphonage pipe in the building, right? Now we forward to the this topic, classification of trap, which is basically depend upon the shapes, which is P trap, Q trap, and S trap. So above this, all this type of traps shown in figure, and the depth of a trap shield would depends on the uses of pipe. So the trap shield varies from 25 to 75 mm deep. So first figure is indicated as a P trap. As you can see, that is the shape of P. Second is as a Q trap, and last one is a S trap. Right. Next is based on the use. The traps are classified as a floor traps, which is also known as nunny trap. Second is a gully trap, and third one is an intercepting trap. Right. So talking about the floor trap, so this trap is generally used to admit sewage from the floors of rooms, bathrooms, kitchens, etc. into the sewage pipe. So this is provided with a cast iron or stainless steel or galvanized gratings, which is also known as jalis, at its top, so that the entry of large metals is prevented, thereby any chances of blockage are reduced. Right? A commonly used name of the trap is Nanny trap. Right? So, okay, so this water seal of the trap prevents the entry of foul gases of seven line into the bathrooms or kitchens. As you can see that, okay, a shear strainer is provided, right? Floor is provided. There is some seal, and at the end, drain outlet is provided, right? Next is a gully trap, right? So, gully trap or gully is basically provided at a junction of a roof drain and other drain coming from the kitchen or bathroom. So, as shown in figure below, the fall sewage shall enter through the side inlet, which is also called as a back inlet, and unfold rainwater shall enter from the top, which is covered with cast iron gratings, right? So, gully traps may either have a P-shaped or Q-shaped water sealing arrangement, and the water seal is normally 50 mm to 75 mm uh, deep, right? Is generally taken as a 60 to 70 also, right? So, is basically this gully traps forms a starting point of horizontal flow of the sewage, and it is usually situated near the external face of the wall, and it is kept slightly higher or even in the line with the pavement or the ground level. So it leads to the sewage to a saver or an inspection chamber or a manhole, as you can see in this figure. Okay, so next is intercepting traps, right? So talking about intercepting tracks, it is also known as a disconnecting trap or interceptor. So it is provided at the junction of the house drain with the public shower, right? And is thus provided into the last manhole of the house drainage system. So a domestic sewage is carried by the pipeline and allowed to fall in the semicircular open channel within the manhole as shown in figure, right? As you can see in this figure, manhole is provided, right? Then the sewer flows from the main sewer through the intercepting trap, and the primary object of providing this trap is to prevent fall gases in the public sewer from entering the house drainage system. And it also has an inspection arm which is kept close by the plug, and this plug is open for cleaning or inspection of pipelines, right? So that this plug end is also known as a cleaning eye, right? So for more detail, you can okay, so these figures are very basic type, right? So in your textbook there is a proper figures given, right? So you better to refer the textbook's figure, right? So here we stop our lecture here. If you have any confusion or any doubt about any topic, so contact me.